So, good there. Pepe, let's look at Pepe. Inside the fibs. Okay. So I got this in log mode. Look at what Pepe has done. Already back up into this region. Okay. Here's what's going to be scary about Pepe. Once we break this level right in here, you're going to see new all-time highs on Pepe very soon. This is going to be the run to about 40, $50 billion market cap. Okay? You're about to see a rip on Pepe that's going to absolutely fucking blow your mind. So let's actually look at RSI here. Okay, on the daily, 2-day. It's a bit overbought. Yep. Look at this. Looking on the weekly, though. So over here, February 24, this is whenever Pepe pulled that 10x. So just by holding Pepe, you would have ripped a 10x up here. This was even more than that. So 11, 12x from the Pico low here. Just off of this move, Pepe ran a 10x from like $200 million market cap, ran up a 10x to a couple billion. So just by holding it, you hit a 10x. If you held it up over to here, that's 18, 19x. So 1,000 to 20,000. Fucking stupid move, right? This is how overbought Pepe got on the weekly time frame. Let's see what it looked like on the daily. Here's it on the daily, right? That's how overbought it was able to get on the RSI. So you go over here to the weekly. Look where we're at on the weekly over here. It's not even close. It's not even close to heated up yet. Okay? So if this is going to be the move on Pepe, you're going to see Pepe rip to 50 bill plus. Okay? Conservatively. So let's look at it from over here, right? So this is March 2024. Okay, this is the past year. This is the all-time high now. Off of the lows on Pepe, if you were positioning with us inside the Discord and reaccumulating, you're already up 150, 160%. Almost from the high, 3x. 3x off the lows just on Pepe. Okay? This is just starting to heat up. If you look at Pepe, every time it's come into this region over here, which we've drawn out, this is a max bid zone. Anything down in here, max bid. You come into here, you bid. Anything in this demand zone, you bid, because we come up higher. Okay? So if we get ETH BTC to start ripping, you're going to see this chart look like this. Let's look at it like this. Okay. You're going to be looking at this chart like this. Up into there. Okay. This over here on the left is going to be this. Moved over, and then you're going to see this huge pump. Okay? That's coming on Pepe. How do we know that? Well, let's take a look at some fibs. This is a pretty clear range over here. Okay? So you look at Pepe. This is clearly the range, right? Bottom of the range. Been tagging a couple of times. This should have been obvious, and it was. I told you about this. We talked about this on stream. This is why you can't be afraid. We tag the bottom of the range, tag the bottom of the range again, double bottom. So as Ethereum was making a lower low, Pepe at the same time made a higher low. Okay? The divergence there should have told you, okay, altcoins are getting bid. The appetite for risk is going up. Oh shit, I better start bidding fucking Pepe because this is about to get a meat stick. But who could have foreseen it? And there it is. Double bottom, right at the bottom of the range. I should have told you. Bid, bid, boom. You see this move, okay? If you get ETH BTC pumping, you get ETH even close to its previous cycle all-time highs, you're going to get up in here. This is the fib you're going to get. So you're going to get this. Whoops. At least up into there. At least. Okay. That's what the chart's going to look like. See that? So even if you get this little move back down into here, retest this mid-range, very possible, and you're up. Okay? And I'm telling you, this shit's going to play out just as we've been talking for however long. Because look, down here, during August, you get this nuke down into this exact this exact bottom of the range again. Okay? And then you get this move. Break out to the 1.618. Okay? So this re-entered after hitting the 1.618, re-entered the 1, right? So it's support here. This was support, this previous high, all-time high. Break down into the range. As soon as you break down back into the range, the same way where when you break back into a range from the underside, you expect range highs again. Well, when you break back down into a range from the upside, you expect range lows again. It goes both ways, right? From underneath, you expect range highs. From above, you expect range lows. So that's what happened. You break back into the range. You tag the mid-range, you get a little bounce. Range lows. Okay. Range lows, well, we're pumping again. I'm going to expect range highs. But if we get range highs, I'm expecting a breakout to the 1.618 at the least again. But I say new all-time highs. Okay. So that's Pepe. Let's look at Brett. Brett's been performing incredibly well. Okay. So Pepe's up 1.5 or 2.5 to 3x off of lows. Brett, same thing. Look, bottom of the range, almost broke down. A little fake out, right? Here's the 1. Brett still has not broken out of this reaccumulation range from March of 24. Okay. Important. Why? Important because Pepe did. Brett hasn't. So Brett still has this move up to $30 billion market cap. No. That's 2. This is 3. So $3 billion market cap. And this is not even in log mode. During a true bull market, you're looking at it like this. And I showed you. 6.3 bill. Whoops. And then $43 billion market cap. In a true bull market, this is where you're going to see Brett go to. 6.3 billion from right now it's at 800 million. So it's only it's almost a 10x on Brett from here. From here. Pre, is your mic connected? Sounds different than usual. That's a great fucking point, Bobby. Let's take a look. Probably wasn't. How about now? It probably wasn't connected. Oh, look at that. Almost 30 viewers across all platforms. How's the mic sound now? Better? Okay. So let me pull this back up. So on Brett, I'm looking at about a 10x from here up to the 1.618 on the log mode. But if you take log off and you look at these fibs on a linear basis, so you want to be super conservative, Brett goes from an $830 million market cap where it's at right now, which is cheap, $800 million market cap. You go up to $3 billion, okay? Super conservative estimation is $3 billion. Much higher though, I believe much higher. If Pepe goes to $50 billion, Brett goes at least to 6 to 10 billion, okay? But off the lows, just to make the point, because again, we're reaccumulating inside of the Discord. We've been talking about this. Off the lows, even if you just want to call the bottom of the range, just because let's not act like we're going to get the very low every time. Look at that, 3x. So Pepe's up 2.5x. Brett's up 3x from the lows. If you were really a sniper, almost 4x. But we'll call it 3x just to be fair. Bottom of the range, because you typically bid the bottom of the range. So 3x, a little bit over a 3x on Brett. Brett, from where it's at right now up to range highs, even if you only think we can get back to range highs and then we go into a bear market, we reject and shit ourselves, you're still looking at another over a 2x. So if you buy right now, it's in the 2x you get on your money. Up to here, the first fib would be 3.5x. Okay? 3.5x up to the 1.618. Great. So that's where we're looking at on Brett. Let's take a look at Andy. Okay. Look at this. We're already fucking charting it up a bit with Andy. What we got here? Okay. Andy was also very scary hold because we lost the bottom of the range here. Okay. False breakdown. Got saved right here. Rejected again and then got saved. Off of the lows from where we've been buying. Look at that 3.5x. If you want to really go from Pico lows to Pico high, 4x. But really more in here to where we're at right now. So 3x to where we're at right now. 3x off the lows on all the boys club. 3x your bags. Okay.